I don't do any blood testing. I don't know what my cholesterol is. If you want to know about heart disease, you need to know about your HSCRP, your inflammation. What does your insulin look like? What are your triglycerides? What the fuck is your blood pressure? More people die of heart attacks with normal goddamn fucking cholesterol, right? So this cracks me up when people are like, let me look at your cholesterol, right? It's how the fuck do you feel, right? If you got a fucking kicking ass libido and you're kicking ass in fucking life, you give a fuck what your cholesterol is? I don't do any blood testing. I don't know what my cholesterol is. And I don't ask people to do it. I don't believe in that shit.
Okay, so maybe you don't check your cholesterol, but if you want to check your triglycerides or your HDL, LDL, or any of that stuff, you're going to have to take a blood test. So if this guy's not taking blood tests, it's just insane to me. For those of you guys that don't know who the Liver King is, he is a very large personality and driver of the carnivore diet. He also does a lot of the eating raw liver and stuff. I guess that's what he's famous for. Anyway, he owns a brand called Ancestral Supplements. Now, this Ancestral Supplements generates like it's something crazy. It's in the millions per month in sales on Amazon alone. I saw a guy who was pulling up the stats on that. I think some months even over 10 million. I mean, just ridiculous amounts of money from these supplements. Of course, that's not all profit, it's revenue, but you could probably safely say there's a high margin on supplements. So we are talking maybe 30-40% after advertising costs and expenses. So he could be bringing home $40-50 million a year off of these ancestral supplements. So anyway, that goes to say, like, a lot of people debate on whether this guy, obviously he is enhanced, but he says he's natural. But the point is, I think that a lot of people argue on whether this is actually just, he is a product of marketing, really. The guy's not even really like this. But I think he actually believes these things, because if he was a product of marketing, he wouldn't be so dense. He wouldn't say things like he doesn't take blood tests. He doesn't check any of this stuff. And then he tries to justify it. Oh, well, cholesterol is not always the best indicator. It's a good indicator. I agree that there is some dispute on what a normal cholesterol level, and we do to some extent need cholesterol. However, you still need a blood test to check the other stuff. I bet he doesn't even check his blood pressure. He's like, oh, well, we're a blood pressure. He probably doesn't check that either. Anyway, I have recently dropped from 239 down to around 199, 198 in weight. I've done this through diet and exercise. So I've started watching more of this stuff, and trying to watch what I eat, do stuff. Some of you guys know, I've gone plant-based as far as the diet, and so when I was looking into this, and when I've been doing plant-based for almost 2 years, really, but I really started trying to do it healthy and also cutting out things like eggs and stuff like that more this year. And like I said, it's really helped. But I've also questioned myself, because there seems to be a lot of information out there driven by Liver King or the Carnivore MD guy, and people, testimonials flooding every video about carnivore diet, talking about how awesome they feel. So after a while, you're like, wow, well, what's going on here? And I had read a lot that there was a lot of money promoting tests, or funding studies that created doubt on plant-based and promoted eggs and meat. And I was like, this seems like the perfect thing to really create doubt. And why? But why? Here's to explain. Why are people benefiting from the carnivore diet if it's so bad for you? And like my theory is, it's a short term, right? And a lot of this carnivore, it creates a ketosis, right? If going keto, you're not consuming a lot of sugars or carbs. It's only meat. So you immediately going to drop water weight, which is going to lower your blood pressure, and you're going to start dropping overall pounds of fat. So that alone is going to solve most people's ailments. Like, you cannot downplay how much better you will feel when you just lose weight. I had back pain I would wake up with every morning. I was still lifting weights and stuff, but sometimes I would stop lifting weights. I would still have back pain. Every morning I wake up stiff, hard. I'd have to stretch, and still I'd have pain for a few hours in my back. I lost 30 pounds. I don't have that anymore. Would it have mattered if I was on a carnivore diet? No, I probably wouldn't have. I still wouldn't have it. Dropping the weight is the biggest thing. I think that you have a short term, you're always going to have results. You're always going to feel better if you lose weight. And here's the thing. Eating meat is easier. It's easier. It's easier to choose meat. It's more along the lines of what we already eat. And, it's easier to do ketosis. And you're going to feel fuller. You're not going to struggle as much with hunger as you do, I think, with plant-based. You know what I'm saying? I still get hungry. It's not easy to get everything you need eating vegetables. You have to eat a wide variety of stuff. You have to be more diligent. With meat and cheese or whatever, eggs, you just eat meat. If it isn't meat, no, then I don't eat it. Is it meat? Yeah, then I eat it. So it's easier to stay on it. That's my theory. But these are short-term things that you're going to see. But long-term, there's no doubt the carnivore diet is just crazy to me. And I think that the people that promote it are getting checks. You know, they're either getting checks through their own brands, and that's how they make money, or they may even getting support from the meat and dairy industry. And I know you guys may think, oh my God, this guy is crazy. But you have to see, like, the meat and dairy lobbies fund a ton of research that is wrong. Like, they know that these things are not good for you, but they promote it to make money, you know? So there's no... I don't know. I don't see how far they would say, no, we're not going to go any further. No, they'll go as far as they possibly can. So I don't know what you guys think of this guy. I know it's dangerous even to talk about it because the guy in carnivore diet has such a huge support, because it's like somebody coming to you and saying if you eat candy you can be healthy and you can lose weight and grow muscle. Like, everybody would love it, you know, they would fucking love it. And if you go and then you tell them, hey, you know, eating candies all day is probably not good for you, then people are gonna lash out. So I don't know, but to each their own, I guess. Thank you guys for watching. As always, buy red and sell green.